Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Susie Thompson. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has warned the world is facing a moment of truth when it comes to climate change. Latest data from the World Meteorological Organization shows last month was the hottest May on record, marking 12 consecutive months of record temperatures. Guterres has condemned the industries responsible for more of the global warming by making huge profits while the world burns.
Last year, the oil and gas industry invested a measly 2.5% of its total capital spending on clean energy. Doubling down on fossil fuels in the 21st century is like doubling down on horseshoes and carriage wheels in the 19th.
South Australia Health has approved Kim Parsons to use voluntary assisted dying laws, despite the fact he's facing trial for the alleged bicycle bandit bank robberies. News Corp is reporting the 73-year-old has been given a kit to use at home 8 months before his trial was due to start for the infamous 2000s bank robbery spree. He's accused of robbing 10 banks while threatening people with a firearm. It's caused outrage among his alleged victims. The Gold Coast Mayor is wishing upon a star and hoping the most magical place on earth will end up in Helensvale. The Walt Disney Company's announced a $60 billion investment in its theme parks. Tom Tate says they already have Movie World, Dream World and SeaWorld.
If Disneyland wants to go to a proven performer, really you go to the Gold Coast because it gives you the added critical mass and the expertise.
Buy now, pay later service users will now have to undergo a credit check to prove their incomes before signing up. Tougher regulations for providers like Afterpay, Zip and Klarna have been debated in Parliament. Head of Policy at Choice, Tom Arborisk, says the regulations have been a long time coming.
We've been calling for the introduction of credit laws for a really long time. Buy now, pay later functions largely the same way as a loan or a credit card does, but the way it's been designed means that none of the general safeguards exist for them, and there's no safeguard sort of whatsoever. It's completely buyer beware.
And third time's a charm for Boeing, the company managing the first launch of its Starliner spaceship from Cape Canaveral after a 9-year delay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
The Starliner will head to the International Space Station, giving astronauts alternative transport. It also frees up money for NASA to fly to the moon later this decade. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, Queensland's carved up in the State of Origin opener, making the most of a send-off of Blues debutant Joseph Suoli'i in just the 7th minute. Reece Walsh was knocked out by a Suoli'i's shoulder, seeing him watch the rest of the game from the sidelines. A 12-man Blues outfit showed plenty of spirit, but the scoreline ended up a blowout at the end, 38-10. In tennis, unseeded 17-year-old Russian Mira Andreeva has upstaged world number 2 Arina Sabalenka, who was struggling with illness, to move through to the French Open tennis semi-finals. Meantime, Aussie Alex de Minaur is clashing with Alexander Zverev in quarter-final action today. In entertainment news, King Charles has joined dignitaries for the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings in Normandy. Prince William joined his father in paying tribute to the veterans.
Our guests of honour today are those veterans from the Normandy landing. Too many never returned. They remain in some corner of a foreign field that is forever England.
US President Joe Biden will attend a ceremony in France. And Taylor Swift has thrown her support behind Lady Gaga after Gaga shut down pregnancy rumours. Swift commented on TikTok that it's invasive and irresponsible to comment on a woman's body. And that is the latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you later on for another update. I'm Susie Thompson.